Hi.
Hi, are you sure this course is just for 2499?
Yes, and you know this is the only course with this expertise across the world.
No way!
Yes way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hey geeks, Akshay this side, and welcome to another episode of live mock interview number 25. Today we'll have a round in which there'll be data structure and algorithms questions. So I'm really excited to invite today's student who has volunteered to go through the actual interview process for you guys. His name is Harshit Gupta, and he's from LNM Institute of Information Technology, and his stream is computer and communication engineering, and he's currently pursuing his third year. He's in his third year. So, and obviously Dhananjay will be interviewing him, who is an in-house course mentor at GFG. Also, he has 4+ years of experience in competitive programming. So I know there are some comments coming. So hi Ishita and hi Varat. I'll read all the comments. I'll try to give shout out to as many people as possible because you guys are important to us. Now, without delaying any further, let me invite Dhananjay and Harshit and let's start the session. Hey Dhananjay, hey Harshit, what's up?
Hi, sir. All good, all good.
Hi,
Good evening, good evening.
good evening. So, 38 people are already live and there's some comments coming. So, I think we are good to start.
Yeah,
So, Dhananjay, why don't you take the lead from here and I'll remove myself from this team.
sure, sir.
All right.
Uh, Hi, Harshit. What's all going on,
Hi.
and how was your day before like this interview and all?
Hi, good evening, sir. Yeah, it was great. I was busy in some intern work. I am currently doing intern, so I was busy in that. And yeah, that's all. It was great.
Okay, that's great. So, in which firm or institution you are doing intern?
So it is basically a startup, EduTech startup. It is Learn4. Its name is Learn4. So I'm working there as a backend intern.
Okay, so what are all the tech stacks that you're using for that?
So there I am using the Sales.js and Node.js. I mean, Sales.js is a framework of Node.js, so they are using in that. And also for the database, they are using MongoDB.
Okay, cool enough. Yeah. So I hope your intern is doing good. So yeah. So
Yeah.
let's now move on with the DSA round, right?
Okay.
So my first question to you will be an easy one, right?
Okay.
So the question is that we have a binary tree, right?
Okay.
And we have to find the bottommost left leaf node of it.
Okay, bottom
So
of left. Okay.
okay. So did you got my question, or do you need any sample test cases to understand it better?
No, I got. Means we have to find the bottommost left leaf of the tree.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So what will be your approach and logic? Let's discuss it further.
Okay. So bottommost left. Okay. Left. Okay. Means I have to find the left. Means most left leaf of the tree.
Okay. Let's do one
Yeah.
thing, right? I will share my screen with you, and let's remove the doubts, right?
Okay.
Let me know once my screen is visible, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Now.
suppose if this is the given binary to you, right?
Okay.
And in this case, you have to return this node, right? So this is the bottommost left node,
Okay. Bottommost left. Okay.
right? And for instance, if let's say these all nodes were not there, right? And further this node was also not there, right? So according to
Okay.
you, what will be the answer?
So this last one means
This one, right?
okay. Yes, sir. This one.
Okay. So I hope the question is now clear to you, right? So
Yes, sir.
tell me your approach. How will you do it, right?
Okay. So first thing I can do is that I can do the level order traversal of the tree. Means
Okay.
I will traverse the one by one all the levels, and in that level I will store the means last node I have traversed in that level.
Okay.
Means I will traverse the first one. Then in the first one, the root is the left node. Root is the leftmost node. So I will store that. In the second, like it is 1 and 2. like 1, 2, 3. So I will traverse this level, and 3 will be the leftmost. So I will keep a global pointer in that, means the outside of function. So I will store the 3. And then if it is 4, 5, 6, 7, so I will store 7. And like also if it's there, so this is means and if 4 has 2 more, like 9 and 10, so I will store the 10th one. And then it
So basically, you are saying that at each level, you will be storing the last or the the rightmost node. That's what you're
yes,
saying.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you're storing the rightmost node, right? So in case if there are no, okay, in the case of rightmost node. So okay, let's take an example. Okay, let's take an example, right?
Okay.
Now, what if I say to you that this is my binary tree, right?
Okay.
Keep it this way, and this also, right? So in this case, in this level, you will be storing the rightmost tree, right? Rightmost node.
Yes, sir.
So according to the answer will be this, because you're storing
Yes, sir.
the rightmost left node. But the answer is this, right?
Okay. Okay. So for that, I will store the first of that first node of that level. If I have to paint the left node.
Okay. So that's why I'm saying that I hope that now you understand the question perfectly, right?
Yes.
Because it
Yes,
is
sir.
asking the leftmost one, right?
Yes, sir. I thought by mistake. I will store the
Okay.
first one of that level.
So basically, you will be doing a BFS on the tree,
Yeah.
and in
BFS.
each level, you will be storing the first, or we can
First
say the
node.
leftmost node,
Yes.
right? And then you will be returning. Okay. So how will you check that it will be the bottommost one?
When I am storing in the queue, so when the queue becomes empty, so means I have traversed all the level of the tree.
Okay, correct. So what will be the time complexity of this one at the space?
Time complexity will be the O1 because I am traversing all the nodes, and n is the number
Okay.
of nodes present in that tree.
Okay.
And space complexity will be also O1, means if all the no space complexity means uh, of the maximum number of nodes in that level or in the bottommost level.
Correct.
Means
Correct.
the maximum
That was
nodes
the answer
in.
I was looking for.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm happy with the approach, right? So you can move on with that.
Okay. So
So
I
you
have to
can share your
code.
screen and write down the code for it, right?
Okay. Yeah. Uh, is my screen visible? Okay. So, means hello. Is my screen visible? Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. It's visible.
Okay. Okay. So first I will create a queue, and in that this it is a tree structure means of class 3. I will declare the class 3 here. So I will discuss in this. There will be one is in LL data. Means LL stands for long long. Yes, sir.
Harshit. One more thing that consider that you are giving the structure of that particular node, right? You just have to write
Okay.
down the function for that.
Okay. Only I have to write the function. Okay. Okay. So means if I am giving the root of that tree. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Correct.
So if root is equal to null, then I will also return null. Okay, sir. And if it is not null, so I will form a queue of tree type. Means it will store the tree, and I will insert in queue dot push. I will insert the root in that. Okay. So while queue is not empty, I will run this loop. जब तक queue खाली नहीं हो जाता, and for I will store the node at this level.
Okay.
This will tell me what is the how many nodes are in this level. So it will
Okay.
help in queue dot size.
Okay. So this is used for storing the size of that queue at that particular level, right?
Yes, sir. It will help
Okay.
me to switch the level means this
Oh.
level is finished, so I have to go to the another level. So it will tell me
Cool.
this.
Cool.
So yeah, if node at this level is equals to 0, then I have to break, means all my tree is empty. I have traversed all the roots, means I have all traversed whole tree. So I will break at this point. And while node at this level is more than or equals to 0. So this means I am traversing the one whole level.
Correct.
Okay. So I will also keep the goal first in this, means I will fill, means my I have not means if first is false, so it means I have so I mean it means that I have not get the first node of this level. So I will if first is this, I will answer it. Here I will keep the I will pop the current node that I am going through. So this temp means the current node that I'm going through. Q
Okay.
dot run,
Mhm.
and this is Q dot pop. So I'm popping out this. And if first is equals to false, then answer is equals to temp. Means this one is my first node of that level. Okay. And then I will mark first will true, so it will not enter one. All the nodes at this level will not enter in this. So I will only push. Okay. If temp of left is present, so I will simply push the temp dot left, temp of that left. Yeah. And if temp of right is also present, then I will push the q dot push temp dot right. I'm pushing the left one. Yeah, I'm pushing the left one first and then the right one, because we are traversing the level from left to right. So I'm pushing. I'm intentionally putting the left one, and also I will here the LL. Sorry, it will be 3 is equals to answer. And after this, after every level, I will keep my answer as this first. What will? Yeah, I have updated the answer here. So after this loop ends, means after the queue is empty, so I have traversed all the loops, so I have traversed the whole tree, and I will simply return the answer.
Correct.
This is the
Correct. Yeah, correct. So have you considered the base case if no null or no node is there for you?
yes. If there is no root, then it is null, and if the root is there, if only root is there, then root is the leftmost, so I will return the root. So root will.
Okay.
So this is the base case, I think.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So that seems pretty good to me, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next question, right? So the next question is just a follow-up question of this particular question, correct?
Okay.
So the question says that basically again you're given a binary tree, right?
Okay.
And you have to find the sum of the deepest leaves of it.
Okay. Okay.
Correct? Do you got my question completely?
Yes, sir. Means the last level, I have to find the last level first, and then the sum of the nodes present in that level. I
Correct.
think this one. Okay.
Correct. Because at the last level, all nodes will be the leaf nodes, right? And that's what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
asking about.
Yes, sir.
So what will your approach? So yeah, so your approach is that basically, okay, tell me with your approach. Go on with your approach.
Yeah. Means I will do the little modification in the last approach that I followed.
Okay,
Only
yeah,
I
go on,
will.
go on. Sure.
Yeah, yes, sir. So I have to code it. Yeah, I have to explain it with the code while coding. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
While doing modification, you can explain me the modifications you are doing in that code.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Go
So
on.
simply I am doing the sum of this level, sum of this level, sorry, sum of this level. Am I, am I audible, sir? Hello.
Perfectly audible.
Okay, okay. Oh, I have erased more than, yeah, so I have to return only this one, and sum at this level is equals to, means I will all add the data of that current node. and I have to not, no, I have not to hold this. Sum at this level is equals to 0. I will initialize it with the 0. So it is initializing. So after this level is whole traverse, I am only updating the sum at this level. So I will return only the sum. Yes, this will be the modification. Hello. Hello.
So yeah. So basically,
Yeah.
what you are doing here is that at each level you are storing a new sum, right, for that particular level.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that means by that, what you're doing basically is you when you will reach the last level, then you will be having a new sum for that level, right? So when all these
Yes, sir.
levels are traversed, that means you're at the last level, and
Yes, sir.
according to that, you will be having the sum. Yeah, correct.
Yes, sir.
Cool. That's good. So that was some pretty easy questions and a follow up questions for that, right?
Okay, sir. Yes.
So now moving on to the next question, Harshit, right?
Okay.
So my next question is that basically you are given a string, correct?
Okay.
And you have to find the longest palindromic string or substring out of it, and you have to print that string, not its length, because in the classic question, right, we have of LPS, what we have to return, we have to return the length, right? But what I did, what I'm asking out of you is that you have to print that string, which is longest palindromic substring.
Okay.
And one more constraint is here, if there are multiple possible answers, then you have to return that string which is having the starting index lowest, the lowest one.
Okay. Lowest one. The starting index is lowest one.
Yeah, in case if there are
Okay.
multiple possible substrings, palindrome.
Okay. Yeah, right. Okay. So, can I explain the approach first?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. So first, I will it will be a classic problem, means I will form a DP table for it.
Correct.
Yeah, means the DP table is of the size of the string and into the means what will be there. Yeah. So I will find the DP I will form the DP table first of the length for means means first I have a original string, then I will reverse it, reverse that string, and then I will form the DP table of both the strings so that I can find the length of the longest palindromic substring. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then with the help of the DP table, I will start backtracking it, and from that I will form the what I can say. Yeah, I will form the uh, long. I will form the
Longest
longest
palindrome.
print the longest palindromic substring.
Okay. So can you explain me what are the states of your DP?
Uh, First one is I will do the initialization.
No, like
If
you are saying that you will be having a 2D DP, right?
yeah,
That
2D
means two
DP, yes.
states. So what will be your states depicting to me? Like what all your states will be saying?
Uh, I didn't understand why the word states when what you
Okay,
want
so
to.
like when you get a DP table, right? So
Yes, sir.
and suppose for example in this case you are saying that it is a 2D DP, right?
Yes,
Now
sir.
at each cell is representing some value, right?
Yes, sir.
And for that value you have two states. One is the 1D, and second, I hope you're getting what I'm saying. That in the DP table you have states, right?
Okay.
So what all your states are depicting to me, because you said that in the first one or in the row you will be showing the original string, and after reversing it you will be showing it in the column triangle, right? So what all your states are depicting to me? What are all your
No.
states? Because you have I and j, right? So what is depicting
Yes,
the
sir.
ith state, and what is depicting the jth state?
Okay. So ith state is means by the point I am at the first string, and jth string means the point I am at the reverse of that string. My string two is the reverse of that
Yeah,
first string. So
yeah,
jth will point the point where I am at the currently I am at the second string in the second string.
yeah. So that's what I was asking about, right? Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I got your answer, right? So basically it is a classical problem that is of LPS, but in this case I asked you to write or return the string, right? So for that you will be doing the backtracking.
Yes,
So
sir.
how will you manage that backtracking? Can you explain it to me? How will you manage that
Uh,
backtrack?
Yes, sir. First, I will give the two pointers, which is I and j. So first,
Mhm.
they will be at the n into n, means at the n into nth cell. If
Why
n plus
add n into n? Why not any other?
uh, because we get the answer from the ns into n into n, that last block we get the answer. So we have to backtrack from there. So I will
Okay.
start backtracking from there.
Okay.
And yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, go on.
yes, sir. So if my deep, yeah, okay. So what I will do in that, have two options means I can move here or here. Okay, I can move here and here or in if it's okay. So I will backtrack from that. And if string I and j is equal, so that means I have to move the diagonally because I have come in the original string.
Harshit,
Am
your
I
video
audible?
is stuck. Yeah, I guess there
Am I
is some
audible?
issue with your. Yeah, you are audible, but your video is stuck.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are perfectly
1 minute, I'm
audible, but
changing.
yeah, now yeah, go
Am
on,
I
go on.
audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible,
Am I
perfectly
audible?
audible.
Hello?
Yeah, you're perfectly audible.
Hello? Hello?
Hello. Yeah, Harshit, you're
Hello,
audible
am
to
I
me.
audible?
You are audible to me.
So, am I audible, sir?
Wait. Let me figure it out. Harshit?
Okay, one,
Yes,
I'm
you.
restarting. Yes, sir, I'm.
Yeah, you restarted one. It's better to
Okay,
reconnect
okay.
again. Then
1 minute, I'm
hop
changing
off.
the net connection.
हाँ, you reconnect once. Connection issue guys. Chat थोड़ा wait कर लेना please. 2 मिनट लगेंगे.
Am I audible now?
Yeah. हाँ,
Sir,
yes,
am I
you are.
audible now?
Yes.
Hello?
भाई,
You're
thumbs
perfectly
up.
audible, perfectly
Thumbs
audible.
up. Thumbs up. Would work. I think. Are we audible to you, Harshit?
Am I audible now?
Harshit? Yes. Are we audible?
Okay.
Okay.
I think you are mine. Yeah, am I audible now? I think here is
भाई फिर मत पूछियो.
okay, sir.
Okay, Akshay sir, can we do one thing? Can we remove him from the stream and just add him again so that I think it will work?
Uh, wait. Let me ask once. Harshit, can you
Yes,
hear
sir.
me? Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes, sir, I
And I
can hear
can
you.
hear you, and we can hear you too, and we can hear you too.
Okay, great,
So
sir.
we can start. Dhananjay, we can start.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So yeah, move on with your approach of backtracking, right? So you were there at the point when you said that when both of the characters will be equal, so you will move it diagonally. That's perfectly right. After
Yes, sir.
that,
Because I have come from in the original when I'm forming the DP table, I have come from that diagonal string, diagonal block. So I will move again to that diagonal block in the backtracking. And yeah, if they are not equals means if they are not equals, so I have two options. I can move left, or yeah, I can move left or up. I have two options. So I will compare the means I will compare the DP if DP of I minus one j is more than DP of j minus one, then I will move to the left side because in the original I have come from that side only. So I will move to that side. And if DP of j minus one is more than then I will move to the upper side.
okay. So can you tell me the time complexity and space complexity of this approach?
So space complexity will be to n into n.
N into n. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And
And time
space.
complexity. Yeah. So space complexity will be n into n, and time complexity will also be n into n because first we
Okay.
have to initially we have to fill the DP table.
Yeah, correct. Okay, so now what if I tell you that I want an approach in which you don't have to use any extra space?
Space. Okay. 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 Without extra space, I have to find the palindrome.
I'll provide you a hint. The time complexity will remain same as it is. That is O of n square. But I want you to improve in the time in the space complexity.
Space. I have to do it without the DP table. Okay. So I can do it with the help of. I will take A, B, C, A. I'm thinking of that with, I mean, without that, I have to take. So B, A, B, C,
Okay, Harshit, so I provide you a bit of hint, right? So what if I say that the basic idea that or the naive idea that is coming into your mind, what it will come that first of all you have to find all the substrings, right, and check whether which one of them is a palindrome, and update the size according to that, and the one having the longest size will be the final answer, right?
Yes.
So for this approach, the time complexity will be n cube, right?
Yes,
Because
thank you.
in n square time you will be finding all the substrings, and in extra O of n time you will finding for palindrome. Now, can you do it something
Yeah.
like while finding substrings also, you can check palindrome simultaneously.
Okay. Uh, while finding the substring, I can find here. Okay, I will add that. Uh, I have to add this on thing. Okay. I have to check that it is a palindrome or not during the forming the substring. Okay,
Correct.
that I can. Yeah. Okay. I'm not getting an idea of it. So I have to find that while forming the palindrome, I have to check whether it is. So how to check the palindrome? I have to first form the whole. Means we can have to check the palindrome in n by 2, and if this is equals to the last one, and second one is equals to the third one. Okay. So
Okay, so can you tell me the idea what is going into your mind? Like what are you thinking, or in which direction you are thinking?
sir, I am thinking that while adding, we will compare only with the first character. Means last character should be equal to the first character. But I am not getting of the middle element. Means how to compare that
Yeah,
without going into the string.
because it is also
That I
possible
am.
that the middle elements can or the middle characters can also form a palindrome.
Yes, sir, they can also form a palindrome. So I am thinking. So I am thinking that by reversing a string and forming the original string, then we can do something.
Okay, let me provide you another hint, right? So what if I tell you that you have a string, and you go at each index one by one, and start expanding to its left and right as well. Okay,
Okay, okay,
so in that
yeah.
manner you will be following all the substrings as well as when you're expanding to left and right as well. So in that manner you can check whether it is a palindrome or not hand to hand, right? I hope you're getting it.
Okay, okay, okay. Yes, sir, I'm getting it.
Okay. So have you ever heard of this approach called expand from center?
No, sir, I have not heard about that.
Okay. Okay. So let me tell you the answer, right? I hope the idea is clear to you basically.
Yes, the idea is clear. Means I have to
Okay.
first I will move simultaneously. I will move and left and right, and I'm checking that.
Okay. So let me tell you with an example, right? Suppose we
Okay.
have this one that is, let us consider this, right? So the longest possible substring palindrome will be this one, right? It is of length 6 and it is a palindrome, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what I will do, I will be, picking, for instance, if I'm at any particular iteration or moment, I'm at this index, right? So what I will do, I will, iterate to left as well as right. And while at each step, iterating to left and right, I will be checking whether this one is equal to this one or not, right? So in this manner, I will be checking for palindrome, right?
Okay.
And once we find the palindromes, right, we will find the substring out of it and update the substring according to our answer, right? I hope this is now clear to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so this approach is called expand from center. I hope it will help you in the near future. This knowledge will help you in the near future. So,
Yeah, sure.
so the main because you can see from here that we are not using any extra space for storing any kind of thing, right? We just finding substrings
Yes.
and checking palindrome hand in hand, right? So that is called a
Yes.
expand from center, right? Okay, cool. So I have another question for you, right? So basically, you are doing an intern, right? So assume that you are sitting in the networking admin department, right, of your office or that intern you are doing with, and so in that networking office you have various computers and servers and clients kind of thing, right? And for depicting that, I will be giving you a matrix, right? A matrix of 2 x 2, or that means of 2-dimension matrix, right? And what will happen that so you have to find all those computers that that can communicate with each other. So now the condition for the computers to communicate with each other is that let me share my screen with you, that right, it will make it more clear. So for example, right, if I give you this matrix, right, and it is having some values like this one and this one again, right? So what I'm saying that one denotes that one denotes that there is a computer server, computer network, and zero denotes that there is no computer network. Correct? Is
Okay.
it correct, Harshit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now
Yes, sir.
the
It is
main
clear.
thing is that this computer can can communicate with other computers if it is in the same row or in the same column. Then only it can communicate, right? So what I'm saying that this computer can only communicate with this one, right, and this one, because this computer is lying in this in its row, this one, right, and this one also, and similarly this computer, this one is lying in this column of this computer, right? So they can communicate with each other. So the task is you have to find the total amount of computers that can communicate with each other.
Okay, okay. So I can start from any computer. Yes, sir.
Correct.
Means
But no,
okay.
don't worry about it. So the main answer, so the main so main concern should be that finding all the computers that can communicate with each other. It doesn't matter from where do you start or not.
Okay. Okay. So I'm thinking of okay. So I'm thinking of a BFS mainly. Uh,
Okay.
I can
Why BFS?
means I have to communicate with one more doubt, sir.
Ask.
Yes, sir. So one means in the row one I have 1011. So this first computer can communicate with two others. No,
Yeah.
means
So
if they are in same row.
yeah, if they're in the same row and same column, they can communicate. Right?
Okay. Okay. So if they are in same row and same and they can communicate. Okay. So if I start from one, I will go this way and I will go this way. Okay. So from this, I can, I can think of mainly I can think of yes. Yeah, I can think of a BFS means I will start from one computer. Let me pick that one computer. I will start from that one,
Mm-hmm.
and I will traverse through all the left means all row, and will put that all the computers in a queue, and I will then I will traverse through all the columns, and then I will put it into a queue, and then I will also keep a visited array means because if we do not keep the visited array, we will be traversing means infinite times we can go into it.
Mm-hmm.
So I will also keep the visited array for that. So yeah, I will put into the queue, and then I will pop the second element means that I put into the queue, and again repeat for that step means for the row and column, traverse the whole row and column, and then in this way I can know what how many computers I can communicate.
Okay. So for this approach, right? What if I give you this test
Yes.
case? The test case is okay. This one. So how will you traverse using BFS? Can you tell me? Right. What will be the answer using BFS?
So uh, in this, no, only one can communicate. Means we cannot communicate with the other one.
Okay. So what will be the answer? One or zero?
It will be means we can it will be one means because we this computer cannot communicate with other. It is communicating with itself. So answer is one. Means we
No,
have
no,
to
no.
count that
Actually,
once that
okay.
no we have
So what does communicating actually means? Communicating means, right, when you can connect with another one, right?
yes sir.
So for this one, the answer is zero, right? But if you use BFS,
Okay.
then it will not work for this test case. Right? But if you try to do it brute force manner, right? Suppose if you're getting, so you will add, or subtract one from it. But if you do that, so your answer for the general case will fail. Right? I hope you're getting it.
Yes. So basically, I will find the largest connected component by applying the BFS. So that's way I will can do it which maximum I can means uh, I can create I will run the means I will count the size of the BFS So connected component. So with the help of that, I can know which connected component has the largest size. So that will be the answer. That will be the maximum computers we can communicate with.
Okay. So for instance, you are saying that connected component, right? So you can do it with DFS. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So do you think that it
Yes,
will
sir.
fail in any case, in any test case?
No, I think it will not.
Okay. So connected components, right?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So okay, for this test case, right? Only for this test case, you have this, right? Now the you are finding the number of connected components, right? Or the size of the connected components.
Hmm. Yes, sir.
So what you are finding, the size of connected components or the total number of connected components?
Means I am also finding the total connected components, but in that I am finding the size of the maximum size. I will keeping that the maximum size of the connected. Which connected
Okay, so
component
for
has the
okay,
maximum
okay.
size?
Okay, so let us, for instance, this test case, your answer will be
Okay.
considering this one, this one. This is your first component, right? This is your one component, and this
Yes,
one
sir.
will be your
No.
another component. Yeah, this will be your one component, right?
Yes, sir.
And this one will be your another component.
Yes, sir. So answer will be 4.
1, 2, 3. No, but the answer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You know, because this computer can communicate with this one. This can communicate with this one. Correct? 1, 2, right?
So
Right. So
yeah.
1, 2,
Yes, sir.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. So the answer is 7.
Yeah. So
Not 7. Not 7
this connect.
also. Okay. So this one can also communicate, right?
Hmm.
Or if I put a 0 here, right? Or if I put a 0, so answer is 7.
Yes, sir. So this will come in the whole one connected component, no? So
This one will
if I
come in.
start from the, so this 7
Mhm.
will come in all one connected component because I am traversing the whole row. I am not breaking it when the 0 will come. I am not breaking at that point. I am traversing the whole row from that point to NS.
Okay, I get your point. Now,
I'm yes,
okay. So for this one, you're using any extra space. Suppose if you do with stack, that means if you do with DFS, you will be using a stack, and in case you're using with BFS, you will
yes,
be
sir.
using a queue. Now, what if I ask you? You
Yes,
just
sir.
have to use any constant space, right? The space provided to you, only that one. How will you do that?
Okay.
But if I tell you that in O of n space,
Okay. O1. So O of n space you are asking. Okay. Sir, O of n space or constant space?
O of n space.
Okay. O of n
Okay,
space.
so did you understand why this answer came out to be 7 for this one?
Yes, sir.
No?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I understand. Hmm. So, one thing I can do is this: if I mark this row and then I traverse the from this side. I start from means the element, and I will traverse the whole row, uh, that row. And when I am, yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, perfectly audible.
Okay. Yeah. I will I will start traversing that row, and like I start from first row. If it is a one, means from the first one, I will start traversing that row, and for that row, when in which column there is one, I will mark the whole column as visited, because in that all column can communicate with. If they can communicate with the first computer, then they can lower lower one can also communicate in that column.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
make
So you
mark
are
as whole column
so what
visited.
you're basically doing is that if any one of the cell in a particular row or column is one, so you're marking the entire row or column as one, right? But
Yes.
with that, how will you check that how many other computers are available to us in that particular row? Because at the end of the day, we have to find how many of them can communicate. If I'm talking about of that particular row, right? But if you mark all of them as one, how will you take the notice that uh, the initial number of computers given to you were with that only? I hope you're getting that out.
Uh, means first I will when first in the first row I will mark all the columns, then I will move to the second row, and in the second row there are one, I will mark all them as all that column as visited, Then similarly for the third row, I will mark them visited. Means
Okay, do one thing. Just write down the pseudocode
yes.
for me, right? Only the pseudocode for
Okay.
of your approach.
Okay. I'm sharing my screen. So yeah, it is visible. Sir?
Yeah.
Okay. So for LL, means first I will mark an. So what I'm doing is I am traversing. This one is for traversing the whole row, and this one is for traversing the column of that row. Okay, plus plus. Okay, so what I will do if matrix of ij is equals to 1. So what I will do, I will mark that column j as visited, means as true. Okay, yes sir.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Okay. Yes sir. Then I will move to the second row, and then similarly for the third row, I will move. Uh, so basically, I'm marking all the column in that, but
Okay.
again it will problem. But again it will do a problem. So I think BFS will be fine in that because without I have to store somewhere. So for that I have to again use the queue or step, means which one is marked
Okay,
and
but in the
which one is
worst
not.
case in BFS, you have to use all of the n square cells, right?
No sir. Uh, why?
What if all of them are marked as one?
Okay, so all of them are marked as one. Yeah, I have to. Yeah, then it will store the n.
Correct.
That means I have to store the one. Yeah, but
Correct. Now,
the yeah
okay,
yeah,
I hope
but
that
I'm not storing them. Yeah,
I guess we are running out of
one thing
time,
to
right?
point.
So, yeah, sure, go on.
So, yeah, so can I point out one? So, but we are not using the ON square space at a time. Means at a time we are storing only ON nodes, and we are also popping now. So this will clear out the
No, okay. So in
previous one.
BFS, what you are doing in what is the criteria for putting the nodes in that queue again? So that's the main thing,
Hmm.
right? So suppose if all of them are one, so you will check whether the
Yeah.
left one is the right one is one or not. If it is,
Hmm.
then you will put in that queue, right? Now, what if I say if
Yes,
all
sir.
of them are ones, right?
Hmm.
So you will be putting the nodes one by one at each level, right? So I hope you're getting it, right?
Yes, sir. I'm getting it. Yes, sir.
Right. So the basic idea now, I hope you're running out of time. So basic thing is that the approach you were getting it right. So basically we will have two arrays, that is of row and column, right?
Yes.
And while traversing those arrays, I will increment the count of rows, or we can say the number of elements at that particular row and the number of elements at that particular column, right? Up till now
Yes.
it is correct, I guess. Right. Now after that, what I will
Yes.
do, I will again then traverse my original matrix or grid given to me. Now I will check if I will check if at that particular column, if I'm having a one, right? And I will check for rows if either of the row value of that particular index is greater than one. Similarly for column, if it is greater than one, then I will increment my answer. I hope you're getting
Okay.
it right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes,
that
yes.
was the approach, right?
Okay.
Okay, so that was all from my side, Harshit. Right? If you have any doubts, you can ask me.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah. So means do not have any doubts about the theory. So basically, I want to ask my feedback.
Okay,
So
so asking about the
how I
talking
perform
about
in the
yeah, sure. So talking about the feedback, right? So basically, your logics, I guess you have practiced a lot, right? I guess you have also done CP, competitive programming as well, right?
yes, sir.
So I guess and I hope that your competitive programming experience was speaking in this interview. So as as you were aware of many of the concepts, except for the third question about expand from center, right? But considering the fact that you are
Yes.
still in your third year, you have a lot of room for improvement and also, right? Apart from them, there was no issues. Your logics, your skills were pretty much good, right? You knew the various concepts I was asking about. One more thing is that, Harshit, you can what you can do. I just analyzed and viewed, or just felt that while discussing or while thinking about the solutions, right, you were only thinking like you were explaining to yourself only, right? But that's not happened, right? Basically, what you have to do, what all the things you are thinking and what all the things are going in your mind, you have to speak out loud so that interview can get through your approaches. Because what interview basically judges on you is on the fact or the basis that your logical skills, not the fact that you are getting the final answer or not. He only wants your thinking skills and logical skills, right? So that's the one thing you can improve upon. Apart from that, your communication skills are pretty much good, your logics are good, right? And considering the fact that you have still 1 year left, so you can,
Okay.
you have a bright future ahead. So that's all from my side.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for conducting this. Harshit, first of all, thank you for taking out your time and going through this. The people were
Thank you
generally
for
putting up good
inviting.
things. And one, two people, were poking, but that's part of life. You should know how to take it
Yes, sir.
because you have the guts to come and do this, man.
Correct.
Yes.
You are way ahead. You don't have to worry about anyone. Anyways, so good man. Your as Dhananjay shared the feedback. I think it's enough. What I have to say. I can just thank you for taking out time, and I can wish you good luck for your future.
Okay. Thank you, sir, for
Same
providing
here.
the great
Good luck.
Yeah,
opportunity.
and lastly, and
Thank you, sir.
obviously, lastly, Dhananjay, thank you so much again for conducting this.
My
And
pleasure.
it's always my pleasure to take such sessions with you. We'll have
Thank you
it
so much.
more. All right. Thanks, Dhananjay. Bye. Take care. Bye, Harshit. Stay safe. Stay at home. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye, Harshit.
Thank you.
Happy going. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right, guys. So that was it. Thank you for staying till the end. And 320 people are live. I'm always excited when the number goes 300 above, 300 and above. I'm very excited. See my face. So, okay. Stay at home. Stay safe. Get vaccinated. Cases कम हो रहे हैं, but घर से बाहर मत निकलना. घर पे ही बैठो. Yeah. And if you want to feature in these interviews, do send your resume to akshay.bhaskar@geeksforgeeks.org, akshay.bhaskar@geeksforgeeks.org, and my team will get back to you. So, yes, hashtag Machaya. Thank you, Anshul. Machaya isne. Haan, Harshit ne Machaya. Okay, bye, guys. Take care. See you.